Welcome, counsel.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this Sandeep Kumar Adema versus Vector Infosys Inc.?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, and I'm here just on the phone. Apologies. We have a little technical difficulty here, but
That's fine. This is going to be easy, I think.
right.
Ms. Rouse, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Very good. Then we'll call DC 17-15170. Welcome to the 95th District Court, gentlemen. Before I take introductions, there's some niceties I have to go through. We're obviously conducting this via Zoom, and those remote proceedings create certain difficulties, the biggest one being remaining true to the open courts provisions of the Texas Constitution. For what it's worth, the courtroom doors are unlocked and the courtroom is available to the public. There are no members of the public present unless you count the bailiff. I'm on the bench and the bailiff's in the courtroom with me, but there's no members of the public present. Secondly, we are broadcasting this proceeding on the court's YouTube channel. Should you have an interest, the Office of Court Administration of the state of Texas maintains a constantly refreshing list of all courts that are broadcasting at any given moment live on YouTube. You can go to that site and look to see if any court anywhere in the state of Texas is broadcasting live. Because of that, I must remind the parties that there is no recording of any proceeding in this court absent an order of the court authorizing recording of that proceeding. And I have not issued an order authorizing recording of this proceeding. The participants and the public are expressly prohibited from using the recording off the live stream as a record from this proceeding. There's one record and one record only that's maintained out of any proceeding in this court, and that is the record that is maintained by the court reporter of the 95th District Court, Ms. Rouse. Any questions about that?
No question.
Sorry to have to go through. I got to go on every hearing. Very good. Can I take introductions of the parties?
Yes, Your Honor. Paul Simon for Plaintiff Sandeep Kumar Adema.
Casey Eric for Defendant Vector Infosys.
And Mr. Hendricks?
I'm here for a 9:15 hearing. I'm not a part of this case.
Very good. Well, counsel, you have filed an unopposed motion to return this case to the court's active docket and lift the administrative closure. I take it that the parties are now, I've read the order out of the, from the arbitrator. I'm taking it that the parties no longer wish to proceed to arbitration and all parties are in agreement that the case should proceed in this court. Is that accurate?
That's
Mr.
correct.
Simon?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Eric?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, I will sign your order. Is this going to be a bench trial or a jury trial?
Your Honor, Kate, go ahead. I'm sorry, Paul, go ahead.
I can't recall if we filed it as a jury trial and if we paid the jury fee. I mean, it's a pretty simple breach of contract, so I'm not opposed to looking at a bench trial, especially I know given the situation with live juries, but I don't know what Mr. Eric's position is on that.
Yeah, I believe we did ask for a jury, Your Honor, and that certainly the parties can change their minds on things, and so it is. I agree with Mr. Simon. The case is very simple. But we may consider it non-jury. But at this point, we're going to request a jury trial.
Okay. I'm just looking to see what's been.
Your Honor, it does look like plaintiff in their original pleadings requested a jury trial. I don't think we paid the jury fee.
Okay, when would y'all like to have a trial setting? And here's what I can, here's what I can tell you. We're not conducting any jury trials between now and October 1. We have no idea if we're conducting any jury trials between October 1 and who knows when. I wish that weren't the case.
Right.
I'm right at the bit. Y'all know I've been on the bench for a month. I want to start trying some jury trials, but I'm not allowed to. So when should we set it for trial?
Your Honor, and I agree with your comments. This is again Casey Eric for the defendant. I've had cases where courts are, setting it. I mean, in March, time frame. So I've had cases that were set for trial in July, August, and so I know a lot of the federal courts, they are setting cases for trial March, April. I'm sure Mr. Simon wants to probably do it before then, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. But I think that's kind of the safe method to have a trial setting that's probably, hopefully can go forward without any concerns about COVID or anything else, and go from there. But I'm sure Mr. Simon may have some input on that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been setting a lot of cases for March, but I'll give you unless you can convince me otherwise, I'll give you a March jury trial date. In fact, I'll be specific here. Do either of you have potential spring break conflicts?
Ooh, I have kiddos, but let's see, March. I believe it's the second week of March.
That's my guess. It's second or third.
Yeah. Let's see here. I can confirm that. All right. I'm pretty sure it's the second week of March.
I'll give you a March 22 trial date unless you'd rather have March 29. I don't know when non-jury weeks are going to be next year anyway. So,
Cool.
So I'll give you a March 22, 2021 trial date. Do y'all want to work on and submit an agreed scheduling order?
We can do that, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
And I will tell you this also. My time on the bench is only guaranteed through the end of the year. I'm on the November ballot. If you want a bench trial, or if you're willing to concede to a bench trial, I can give you a bench trial before the end of the year if you change your mind.
Okay.
Promise you. We are clearing our non-jury docket every week completely. So unless people want a continuance off the non-jury docket for any given week, we are getting to them. So
thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Submit a scheduling order, but if y'all change your mind and want to move up to a December or even November trial setting, let me know and we'll do it.
Great. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I've signed the order on the administrative closure.
Great.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all
Have
are
a good day.
excused. All right.
All right. Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mr. Hendricks, give me one moment. We'll take
Okay.
you early. You're going to be the only one on yours, aren't you?
Yes.
All right, I'll be with you in just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, but most bench trials, sorry, I'm talking to the bailiff. Most bench trials, most personal injury cases, people don't want to agree to a bench trial, but contract cases are a different animal. Mr. Hendricks, let's call DC 20-03-225, Roberto Veliz versus Salvador Carvajal. Just making sure. Did you get service on Mr. Carvajal before it was dismissed?
There's a note in our file that, where was it?
No, you sure did.
There was service on 4/24, but he never reached out to his insurance company to request a defense, and we were never able to contact him again.
Have you put him on notice of today's proceeding?
As far as we can, we've tried to reach out to his house and his address.
All I care about is whether or not you sent him a copy of the notice of hearing.
My office should have, yes.
Well, I'm looking at your letter, and it doesn't show him having been CC'd on this. Because he was given notice, because he was served with citation, I think you have to give him formal notice of the proceeding.
Okay.
What's your deadline?
My limb date is in 2021.
No.
Uh,
That's not what I'm asking. Case was dismissed. July, oh, you got plenty of time. You're not bucking up on day 75 or day 90. Was dismissed on July 28th, so you just went past 30 days. If you want to do this, I'll reinstate it, but I got to do it formally. Reset this for this coming Monday's 8 a.m. submission docket. You don't have to show up, but give him notice. He's entitled to 3 days notice. So actually send notice out today. Just call the clerk, get it. Tell them you want it on Monday's submission docket. And Monday after 8 o'clock, I'll sign the order of reinstatement.
okay, I will get that out today. Thank you, Your Honor.
Very good. I got to ask you, are you related to Britt?
I don't believe so.
All right,
Doesn't seem familiar.
You got Garnett, Hendricks. It's
That's
just very good. A long-time lawyer in Dallas. So, and I know his son, so I didn't think you were his son. So, let me run something by you also. And I mentioned this, in fact, I've got Jim Bogus coming in later today, and I've mentioned this to somebody else from your firm about a week ago. If y'all got one you want to try, I got 2 weeks from now, I have a jury docket that has a number of cases from your firm that have been sitting around for a long time waiting for a jury trial. If you all want to try one of these experimental jury trials, if you got one, you just want to try something to get it out of the way, or to get it moving and not out of the way. And you can convince the defendant to try it by Zoom or however we're gonna try some of these experimentals. Might even be able to convince a 6-person jury to show up. Let us know. Go through your pendings and find someone who wants to try a jury trial the experimental way. And I know it's risky. We don't know how they're going to play out, but sometimes it's better than sitting for another year waiting for a jury to be impaneled for your case. So
I agree. I know we have attorneys itching to get to trial, and then I know our firm is just fine agreeing to 6-person juries. That's been tough convincing defendants.
Well, I know that is, but this court is ready. Any you've got in here, if you want to try an experimental, want to put a pitch on and can get a defendant to agree to do it, to get it out of the way, let us know. Will do. All right. Also, just for, I do have an 8 a.m. submission docket, and I've got a Tuesday morning open docket. Details are in the new policies and procedures, which are online. So feel free to avail yourself of either of those.
Okay,
all right?
We will.
Very good.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
Do that today, and I'll sign the order Monday.
I'll get it done right now.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're excused. All right, Ms. Rouse.
Yes, sir.
We have a 10 o'clock motion to reconsider with partner in Mr. Hendricks's firm. We're in recess until then. If you want to stop the YouTube or even stop the Zoom meeting, that's fine with me. but we're in recess until 10 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I'll just stop and get back on a little bit.
All right, very good.
All right, see you in a few.